Hey guys, what is up, and I welcome each and every one of you to a very new episode of the League of Myths series. It seems like a lot of you enjoyed my master Photoshop skills in the previous episode, but please don't forget to throw in a like for this episode if you do end up enjoying it. And without further ado, let's go to the first myth. This one, submitted by It's My First Time, is it possible to block off an area of the map with just champions? So in the first scenario, we started somewhat small with only 3 big champions like Nautilus, Gragas, and Braum. And we went down to the bottom turret and took that small tiny space between the turret and the trees right under it and tried to put 2 champions in between and seeing if the 3rd champion is able to walk through it. And as myself and the Braum finally position ourselves, the Gragas is standing to our left and he cannot walk through us, he can only walk around us, and it automatically makes him pave around the turret rather than going through us as well. So in this case, it is successful to block it off. In the second example, we took it to a slightly bigger level. This time we had 5 people on the same team, all playing champions that are pretty big. We all stood in a line and we tried having the enemy Braum walk right through us, and unfortunately for him, it is impossible. And just to show the Braum is trying to walk through us, the one on our team moved aside and let him walk through. But as we were playing around with this, we found out something very interesting. If Braum has his shield up, it seems to change the way his unit collision works with his champion model. As you clearly saw, when previously Braum was unable to walk through, the one on our team put his shield up and suddenly the enemy Braum is able to walk right through our line. And we tested this in the opposite way, but this time standing in the line where the Braum initially was not able to walk through, and the enemy Braum put his shield up this time and walked right through us as well. So this is some extremely strange interaction. However, the myth did state if we can block off a certain area, and in this case you can tell that it is true. But we did not end it there just yet, and this time we tried to see if we can surround a champion within a certain area and have them try to walk through us. And in this example again, you can see the Braum is absolutely stuck within that small corner. But as we test out the trick we found out just earlier, the Braum puts his shield up and he's able to walk right through us without any problem. But still, the myth is proven and you are able to block off a certain area with just champions. The second myth by Camarotos on Twitter: can you get an assist without actually assisting your ally? So this may sound a little weird at first, but pretty much what we're saying is, for example, Janna does give move speed to certain champions that are within her range. So does something like that count as an assist? And the answer is no. But what if Janna uses her ultimate to just simply knock away a certain target, not damaging the enemy champion in any way and not directly assisting me either? Just pure displacement. And as she pushed away the Rise right to me, I didn't get healed by her or anything of the sort. Janna did not damage Rise and I got the kill, but the assist is still counted for Janna. So displacement seems to work, but certain buffs don't. But next we decided to test it out with a heal, but not just any heal. What if the Alistar heals me when I'm already at full HP? They are assisting me, but they're not really helping me in any way because I'm already at full HP, so the heal is pretty much trivial. And with those testing principles being set, I went up to kill the Soraka, and the Alistar, even though she did not actually help me, still got the assist. How about spells like Zilean's bomb? How would that interact with this myth? And as Zilean puts his bomb on Zed, I kill him before the bomb explodes, so the Zilean did not do any damage, but he still got the assist. And on top of that, the Zilean did not slow the Zed in any way either. The second scenario, the Zilean put his bomb on myself this time, and I killed the Zed, but this time, no assist for Zilean. And the final scenario we decided to try out just because is with Zilean Ultimate. As I lower the enemy Zed's HP to something I can finish off in a matter of seconds, the Zilean prepares his ultimate, and as he uses it on me, I kill the Zed, but this time he does get an assist. But he does not get one if he puts a bomb on me. Pretty interesting stuff. The third myth, submitted by iMuffinsX3 on Twitter: can an emote dodge skills if they're moving away from the initial spot? So there are a lot of champions within this game that have certain taunts, jokes, or laughs that have them move around the area, moving away from their initial standing location. Lee Sin is a very good example of this, and we tested out with Lee Sin and Jinx as he moves up towards the area during his dance, and the Jinx's W still hits him, aiming at his initial location. We also tried to test this out with Jinx's back animation as she flies off on her rocket. And as she finally flies away, it does not seem like she's still standing at the location that she was, but the game clearly still does register her as being there. And the final test case scenario is going to be with Ahri. As she jumps backwards, the Jinx fires her W, and it's clearly looking like it's going to miss, but again, the game registers as a champion still being at that same location. And the final myth of this seemingly long episode is: Yasuo wind wall blocks Orianna's ball. However, what if a champion with her ball goes through the wind wall? So this is a pretty straightforward myth, and I quickly want to show you guys how the wind wall does halt the ball's progress when using the Q. But what if a champion with Orianna's ball walks through the wind wall? Does it drop or does it go with the champion? And as it happens right there, you can see that the Lulu walked through with Orianna ball, and the ball did not drop. It simply stayed on the Lulu and went right through the wind wall. A pretty decent counter. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode of the League of Myths series. If you did, please don't forget to throw in a like and share it with your friends. If you want to have a chance to be featured in the next episode, just submit your own myth either underneath this video on my Facebook RedMercyLOL or my Twitter RedMercyLOL as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please follow me on my Facebook and Twitter pages, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.